Hello, good morning, and welcome to a day in the life of a product manager. We're working in a cool tech startup in London, although I am currently in Croatia because of COVID. But a lot of the things I do are probably going to be very similar to what I would do if I was actually in an office, because my company, I do a lot of remote work anyways. I normally start off my day with a walk and that's where we're going to right now. It's 7:30, so let's go. Alright, so it's 8:30, so let's get going. It's sunny outside. My days normally start with Jira and looking at my calendar. So today is Monday, so the first thing I like to do is take a look at my calendar and find some focused time blocks for doing deep work where no one bothers me. As a product manager, my calendar tends to get filled up really quickly, and there's always a bunch of random fires to put out throughout the week, so you really need to make sure to give yourself the time and space for uninterrupted work. Next, I'm going to turn off my notifications so that I can deal with the incoming requests when it suits me, rather than, having my lizard brain be a slave to Slack. And now I'm gonna get a head start on a task I have to do later on, which is analyzing some churn data. Churn refers to customers who have stopped using our product. So we've got a bunch of data with information about when they started, when they canceled, and why, most importantly. And this type of work normally gets done by a data analyst, but as a PM, one of your biggest responsibility is to be a gap filler, which means that you help out in whatever way necessary to push the product forward. So it's highly likely that you'll have to do some basic analysis yourself. So today I am using a Python notebook to take a look at 6 months worth of churn data and explore why our customers are leaving us. Then I will try to propose some hypotheses of what we could do to improve our service, and that will probably, hopefully, inform our future strategy and product direction. So the first meeting of my day always happens at 9:30. It's a stand-up where we talk about what we accomplished the day before. This will refer to Friday last week, and then what our plan is for today. And then we talk about any blockers, any problems we are experiencing, and how we can push things forward. So that's always exciting to understand what everyone's working on and be really aligned and transparent with what's happening. Let's get started. There are 10 people on my team, 1 tech lead, 1 QA engineer, and 8 software engineers. And as we go through our stand-up and say what we were doing and what we'll do, we also look at our Jira board, which is this task management software, and make sure that all the tickets are where they need to be. After this, I have a 15-minute break where I'm reviewing some designs for this new feature we're building, and right after, I have a troubleshooting meeting with half of my team. So last week we noticed this bug in our integration that we released last week. We're not really sure what the best way to solve it is yet, so I've put together a task force to come together and debug and brainstorm in real time, and have some ideas on how to solve it by looking at some logs in Kibana and going through the experience of our product ourselves to see what the backend response is when a user makes a transfer. So once we've figured out a solution, I make a bug ticket to capture everything in Jira that we talked about and assign it to the engineer that's going to implement the fix. Next, I'm catching up on this experiment we have live on our apps right now because I've noticed some issues with our segmentation logging and our funnels look quite funky. And I get a bit distracted here and start answering some Slack messages, which is not the best meeting hygiene, but I have to set up a couple of ad hoc meetings throughout the day to discuss the designs that I was reviewing earlier. So now I'm back to reviewing the designs from earlier this morning and just putting in some comments for our designer and also setting up a meeting with our product content writer to go over this feature and nail down the copy, aka the text, that these screens will have. So it is now an exciting time of the day. It is almost noon. Which means it's time for food. Today, luckily, this restaurant has opened and I'll go check it out and see what they have. Come along. Alrighty, the big reveal. Oh my god. The finished product. Oh my god, I am beyond excited to eat this. And of course, some dessert. Now that I'm well fed and happy, it is time to dive back into work and continue the churn analysis for the focus type block that I set up earlier. Next up, we have that ad hoc meeting with our content copywriter to talk about this new feature that we're starting to build. This next meeting is with one of our marketing channel owners to discuss some data that we need to put into our CRM platform to kickstart some new automated campaigns. And to end the day off, I have a meeting with my manager. It's a one-on-one where we basically discuss anything that has happened in the past week, any challenges I'm facing, maybe some more long-term career planning. And I'll do that until 6 p.m. and then sign off.